please help me welcome everybody, Sergey Poltev. He is a cybersecurity expert, cyber risk advisor. He is the owner of CAPITALTEK, and he is also the author of Hack Proof. Thank you so much. There we go. So this is going to be your business's guide to making sure that all your systems are safe. So thank you so much, Sergey, for coming to present for us today. And take it away.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, can everyone hear me okay? Yeah. Excellent, thank you. All right, so you heard from some of the folks here about cybersecurity, so I'm actually the one who's gonna spread this word here for the next 15 minutes with you. And my topic here is really something that I'm really passionate about, and I think it also affects many of you here. So how to outsmart a hacker, and basically I want to teach you everything that you need to know about hackers and how to stay protected. And I'll start my presentation by, if my clicker works, one sec, we just had to change laptop. Oh, it's not on, there you go. All right, by my favorite quote, and this is how I start my book, it's by Robert Mueller, who was an FBI director for many years. So there are only two companies out there. Those have been hacked before and those who will be. So I want to ask you, which company are you? And so what has turned out, cybersecurity is a big, big market. Any guesses how big is cybercrime right now in the world? You know? So any numbers you can throw at me? All right. So it's anywhere between 14 and 2.6. So any numbers? So it's actually $10.5 trillion. So it's a big, big business. It's all after the US and China, the Chinese economy. So, and where do you think the Canada stands from? Like, why am I here talking to you? Because Canada is actually the third country to be targeted by hackers after UK and US. Now, where do you think the hackers are come from? So there's an organization that actually measures the hacker activities. And most hacker attacks happening from the top 3 countries are Russia, Ukraine, and as you can see, China as well. Now, and that's why I'm here today. You probably guessed by my accent that I come from, that part of the world. And yes, I grew up in Russia. This is me when I was 12 years old. And I'm wearing what appears to be a curtain. But it is my first computer that my mom bought for me after my dad passed away, unfortunately, in the accident. And the computer, for me, was the world of everything. And I had to learn, back in Russia when I was a teenager, I came across this magazine. It's called Hacker Magazine. And as turned out, this is actually one of the reasons why hackers originate a lot from Russia and Ukraine. So these magazines are available to public. I just went to public library and had to learn everything about hacking. And these are some of the samples of magazines. And like one of them talks about car hacking and Skype hacking and how to intersect SMS. And the one on top right is like how to break into US Army. So yeah, and when I was a kid, I was actually learning all those things. In fact, this magazine still exists. It just celebrated 25 years. This is number 300. You can buy it online. It's all completely legal. All right, so what my journey started when I actually started, pursuing and started actually building computers and started my first business. It was an internet cafe, and I built all those computers from scratch when I was a teenager, 18 years old. And this is me and my 2 partners. I'm counting Russian rubles on the bottom. And so one day, what happened is actually Russian mafia came to us and demanded money. So I had to close this down, focus my education. I completed a Master of Computer Studies in Cybersecurity and eventually went to Canada. So I came to Algonquin College 19 years ago, and this is my story of coming to Canada. All right. So when I came here, I always wanted to know what should I do, and I started doing what I wanted to do best, which is computers. So I started a computer company, and 15 years later, we're now a big firm. We're based in Ottawa. My company is called CAPITALTEK, and we're basically your IT department on cybersecurity. department. So we offer, those things that you're hearing about today. And I'm gonna tell you more about, what I do, but most importantly I want you to understand the hackers' timeline and how the hackers actually operate and what do they do. So I break down into 4 sections. So hackers, when they start, the first thing they do is they do research and preparation on you. And I put the dollar signs here. That's important for you all, because the sooner that you can start putting things in place, the less costly it would be. So you can imagine if they actually break into your systems and you had to recover everything, it's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm here to help you, educate you on how to prevent yourself from bad things. All right, so another number I like here is that we're all connected online. So there's 8 billion people on Earth right now, and there's 5 billion of us connected already. Imagine that. 8 billion people are online, but 50% of those people are compromised. So you probably heard. How many of you received any fake emails or know anyone who's get hacked? Yes, a lot of people. In fact, almost 90% of all cyber attacks happens because of people, about human errors. But I personally believe that people could be the solution to this problem. You all can be the cyber heroes. That's why I want to talk to you today. So actually, let's go through that hacker timeline. Let me tell you about hackers. I'm an expert on hackers, and so the first thing, let's talk about research and preparation. Well, so how do the hackers start? Why is it so widely spread? So first things first, I like to show different tools. And by the way, every tool that I'm showing here, you can actually come and see at my booth. So please come and check it out. So this is a USB stick that can turn any laptop into a hacker's computer that has full of software and it's only really $18 on Amazon. You can buy one of those or download it online. So it's very affordable and available online. So it turns any computer into a hacker's super house. So it has everything preloaded. Think about it, Mac or Windows, but this is a special version for hackers. It's called Kali. All right, so the next thing hackers use is a system called OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence. And it's basically a method to finding information about you online. So think about the social media posts or forums, any sites that you put. Everything is available online for hackers. Anyone here on LinkedIn? Yes? All right. Of course, you're all business people. Now, how many of you heard of LinkedIn with the T at the end? No? All right. So this is one of those tools on those laptops. And in fact, you just enter the company's name, and you can find every employee's emails. So it's basically a backdoor to LinkedIn. Yeah, we all need LinkedIn, but hackers also like that for finding emails. So imagine there's a company hacker like to, get into. So he's going to find all the emails of the employees, and also they want to know about those employees. So you can actually do like a Google search, but person search to find everything about that person. So there are tools like ID Crawl. There's also PIM Eyes, where you can upload the photo of yourself in there and find all the information, like all the other pictures of you. So yeah, isn't it scary? So this is the first thing that people do, hackers do, is they look at the footprints of you online. So my lesson here is beware what you share. I've seen people sharing on social media their employee badges. So all kinds of different private information that they shouldn't. All right, and also what's important is to not to have simple passwords, because you can see that company is being hacked, and what's happening, the passwords getting leaked online. And we call it the dark web. And you can actually find the passwords, hackers can find your passwords online. So, and for this, I have something to offer for you guys, and it's free. All right, let's talk about quickly a data breach. What happens, how the hacker gets into your system. This is something that people ask me a lot. Well, again, remember that 90%? It's really the biggest form right now of attack that happens with the phishing email. Phishing email, like fake email that comes to your email. So phishing is a really big problem. There are actually 3 types of different phishing techniques, but most important one is a spear phishing attack, where somebody targets you individually to get your credentials. So again, everything is available online, just like that USB stick. Hackers have access to open source software to send you emails, fake looking emails. In fact, hackers like Amazon, because Amazon provides 90-day free servers for anyone, so the hacker can go in, get the server, and as you can see, it's very available, and start targeting you. So this is a software called GoFish that the hackers install on the servers and basically sending you an email. Now, how many of you using ChatGPT and heard, yeah? Wow, it's crazy. So have you heard of WormGPT? So WormGPT is the biggest enemy of ChatGPT. It's basically illegal, in a way, GPT for hackers. In fact, there's a new one that's called FraudGPT. FraudGPT is the tool that's also available for a couple of dollars for hackers. And they can create code, fake-looking sites. They can put anything about you and really create very, very important emails that can look like it's a real one. So another thing is the USB sticks. We find sometimes people get, if they find a USB somewhere here on a conference, or in the washroom, or on your table. Sometimes people put USB in the envelope on somebody's desk. And what happens is, inside of this USB is the mini computer. So as soon as you put this USB, it looks like a real USB, but inside of this USB is mini computer that can send all your passwords to a hacker and can be programmed to do absolutely anything. So be aware of putting devices in your computers. All right, so fake calls. Sometimes hackers trying to lure you into answering calls. So how many of you got the CRA call, for instance? Yes? There's a new one going around, they're trying to offer you a job. So spoofing, we call it spoofing. So be careful, don't trust anybody, because you can actually change caller ID. There's a very easy way to change caller ID, so don't trust who calls you. So I'm my firm based in Ottawa, and we're just expanding to GTA, but there's 900 vehicles already stolen in Ottawa. It's a big problem, and it's all due to tools like this, which I have it in my booth. So hackers use this tool to hack into anything that has a wireless connection. It could be your car, garage door, your Wi-Fi, absolutely anything. These tools are available online for under $200. And government trying to ban them, but it's impossible, really. You can actually get it online very easily. So called Flipper. So I'm hoping I didn't scare you enough, but this is how hackers can get into your office, car, or a house. So yeah, and I do have that tool with me. Please come see me. But I won't let you use it. So another thing is people use these devices, hackers use these devices to get your credit card information. Yes, you can actually read everything that's in your wallet. So the advice is here to use the special wallet or RFID blocker, which I can show you how it looks like. Wi-Fi, when you're connecting on hotel Wi-Fi or coffee shop Wi-Fi, be careful, because the hacker can sit closely and generate the Wi-Fi signal that looks like real one, but as soon as you connect to that Wi-Fi, hacker can get access to all your information on your computer. So again, don't be vigilant when it comes to Wi-Fi signals, and try to connect to your own Wi-Fi. So it's another thing. It's very important to do awareness training. So what I'm doing actually right now with you, and I'm helping you be aware about cybersecurity. And last month, October was actually, or is it this still? October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and I was pretty busy with these presentations. So if those people who don't have these trainings in their organizations, It's absolutely must nowadays. And you can come talk to me. I have a free program that I can send to your employees or yourself to educate you on cybersecurity. Yeah, password is a big thing. I hope you all have different passwords. How many of you reuse passwords? All right, some people, yeah, okay. So it's very important. Like for me, I have 500 different passwords, and they're all 50 characters long. I cannot remember them all. There's a simple way to do it by using a system called Password Manager, and you can also use the 2FA system where one password is not enough. So pen testing, Arafat was here, who's an ethical hacker. So I worked with him as well because it's important to test your system. How do you know if you're not hacked? So the best way is to hire ethical hacker, somebody who gets into your system. It's best to hire a good hacker than wait for the bad hacker. So this is Stephen Napo, another famous cybersecurity expert. Rather than fearing or ignoring cyber attacks, it's do ensure your cyber resilience to them. All right, so we're almost there. So this is my favorite part. This is where hackers can sit in your system and read all your information without you knowing for it. Now, it is the longest phase. This is where hackers can sit there for almost a year, and you wouldn't know about it because they just sit there to collect your data. So, and many of you could be in that stage, because how would you know that somebody not reading your email right now or don't have access to your computer? So this is, again, there's certain devices that hackers use to get into your network, like this. This is called Wi-Fi Pineapple. It's a device that can hack into your network in the office. I do have this device with me. Please come see me. I can show you how it works. And basically, it goes to the car, and the car runs around your office. You can also attach it to the drone, if you can see in the drone, and basically it gets into your network and sits on your network. It's crazy. Now, another device I see a lot start using is these cords. It's a fake USB cord. Now, it looks like a real cord, like for charging your phone, but in fact, on the tip of that cord, there's a mini computer. Very microcomputer. These devices used to cost a lot of dollars, like I think over $10,000 when they first came out, but now you can buy one under $100. It looks exactly like a regular cord. So be careful if you find a cord somewhere in the conference, and no one tell you anything, but don't pick it up. Don't use somebody else's cord, use all yours. And I can help you. There's a device that I have that can actually show you whether it's a real cord or not. You can have a test. All right, so there's other things like, the computer sometimes may have a device like this connected to the back, and this is called KeyCroc, and it's a keylogger. It just connects and reads all your data. So it's very important to tell your IT team to test for things like this. Don't connect anything. It looks like a device, but it is actually a hacker's device. This is how many hotels or real estate companies get hacked using one of these. All right, so we're almost at the end. So this is the most costly plan. So if you don't protect yourself in the red stage, you're going to have to deal with data recovery, which is very expensive right here. So we're trying to prevent that. And it's because of the ransomware. This is probably the worst thing that can happen to you, and it actually affects very small businesses. So if you look at these shops right here on this, like the ramen shop or bookstore or pizzeria, these are all small businesses, and 80% of ransomware victims right now are small businesses because hackers know that these companies don't have systems like those big boys, like Google, even though Google gets hacked. So we talked about it today, somebody mentioned that. So it is very important to understand that you need help. And I think that the biggest thing that I hear from business owners is that they have this sense of overconfidence. They think they got it under control. I have a guy, or I have a company, but they don't know what they actually have. So it's very important. So I did this. I wrote a book on this. It's called Hack Proof. And this is basically teaches you how to stay away from those things. I have this famous quote, to protect your business, you must understand hackers, their motives, their methods, and tools. So understanding cybersecurity starts with understanding the hacker. And so remember again how I started this presentation with this quote, and I want you to know, who are you? Were you the company who were hacked or will be hacked? And what do you do about it? So I built a small tool, it's called Hackproof Score. And I think you all have my postcard in your bag. So you can just go to the site and actually test yourself to see if you're hacked or not. It's a small little tool. And also I got my book, hackproofbook.com. And yeah, this is how it looks like. So come see me at the booth. I have 25 books to give away for those people who are going to do this cyber score with me. Again, I'm Sergey. Thank you so much.